Hello there, Doc here again, and we're back for another video. Today, we'll be reviewing the Air Jordan 13 Retro Playoffs. So the Air Jordan 13 Retro Playoffs comes in this OG style retro Air Jordan box in silver with a red Jumpman logo in the middle in an embossed circle in the middle. So it's a plain silver box which comes with a size tag on one side, and that's the only design element aside from the Jumpman logo in the middle. So let's pop the lid open, and once you open the lid, you'll see white tissue paper, and then we have the Air Jordan 13 Retro Playoffs. So the Air Jordan 13 Retro Playoffs was debuted by Michael Jordan in the 1998 All-Star Game. After that, he never used it until the playoffs, hence the name, the Air Jordan 13 Playoffs. So he used the Air Jordan 13 Playoffs for the majority of the playoff games in the 1998 playoffs in his sixth and final run for the finals appearance, his last finals appearance as a Chicago Bull, before switching off with the Air Jordan 14 last shots in the last couple of games of that series, which eventually they won. Okay, so going to the shoe, we have, starting off with the midsole, we have a black midsole wrapped in synthetic suede, and then we have this large pods on the side, which would mimic the panther paws, where the shoe was inspired from because of Michael Jordan's nickname, the Black Cat. Okay, so these traction pods also serve as your outriggers, and in the outsole we have white herringbone traction pods with the red borders, this hologram Jumpman logo in, it's supposed to be yellow in the OG, but on this version it's more of green. We have the carbon fiber shank plate here, and then this is an OG feature, the gray lines in the outsole. Okay, so as for the tech features, it comes with your Zoom Air in the forefoot, and another Zoom Air at the heel portion. Okay, so tech-wise, this is still a very playable shoe right now, although it's a little clunky because of these outriggers. So it doesn't have a very smooth transition, but once broken in, then they're as good as your updated tech shoe of today. So going to the upper, we have this quilted overlay with these holes mimicking the whiskers, cat whiskers. Okay, and we have tumbled leather for this toe box area, and you have the Jordan imprinted in yellow here at the base of the tongue. Okay, we also have round laces, and on the tongue we have this Jumpman logo with a yellow circle over the Jumpman logo, and at the back we have this cat's eye hologram of the number 23 and the Jumpman logo. So that's the one of the very cool features of the Air Jordan 13. Okay. On the inside, you have your black insole with the red Jumpman logo, and you have the size label here, and the tongue is in suede also, and it's pretty padded, as well as this ankle collar, which is your asymmetrical ankle collar. So basically, that's it for the Air Jordan 13 Retro Playoffs. It's one of the cooler colorways of the Air Jordan 13, very subtle and very easy to wear. Okay, so we also have another overlay here as well. That's a suede overlay, and I think it's synthetic suede overlay here, all the way at the back to the heel counter area. So this is one of the more comfortable Air Jordan to play in, and it's really playable up to this day. And as for sizing, I was surprised with the sizing. This is the first time that that I've owned an Air Jordan 13, and I usually go size 8 with my Air Jordans, with my 11s and the 10s, as well as the 12s. But for this particular Air Jordan 13, I went half a size down. So for narrow and regular feet, you can go half a size down. For wide footers, definitely you can go true to size, but I guess you can't go half a size up on the 13s. It's a little wide and bulky on the toe box area. Although for this particular retro, as you can see, it's not as boxy. So it slopes up like this, which is very sleek. The other 13 retros are a little boxy on the toe box area. Okay, so what do you think about the Air Jordan 13 Retro Playoffs? I think it's a pretty good shoe to have in your collection. Very iconic, definitely. This is the last shoe that Michael Jordan wear for his run for the 6th and final championship with the Chicago Bulls. Unfortunately, he switched off in the final few games to the 14, which gained the flu game moniker for the Air Jordan 14 playoffs colorway. But this was very iconic during that year as well. So please stay tuned for my on-feet video of the Air Jordan 13 Retro Playoffs. And I would also like to shout out Titan Philippines, where I got my pair. Fortunately, they still had one in my size. I was looking for a size 8, but then they didn't have one anymore because it sold out real quickly on release date. But then when I tried the size 7.5, it fit me perfectly, with a little wiggle room, but not so much wiggle room in the toe box area. But it's still comfortable for my liking. Okay. So please stay tuned for my on-feet video, and that's all for now. We'll see you in my next video.